Want to know what you get when you throw American, Italian and New Zealand parts into a spear gun? Stay tuned for the upcoming video and find out. Okay, welcome back to another video everybody. I am Sam Price from OXS Enterprises down here in the Bay of Islands, New Zealand. This video, as mentioned in the intro, is about this here spear gun. Now in this video I'm going to start you off with what shaft we have in it. We have a 7.5mm hunt shaft from Italy. We also have a hunt reel attached to some plugs in the bottom of the wood. These are a ratcheted reel, a very nice looking and very nice operating reel. Of course we've got 2mm New Zealand made Dyneema on here. It's the same Dyneema that we tie these 16mm rubbers up with. Now these are very tight. I like quite a short tight 16mm rubber. We're going to need a lot of power to throw out the 7.5mm shaft, so we run two tight 16s. The bridles, as mentioned, is a 2mm Dyneema. Now I leave the final adjustments up to the end user for that. I do like them really tight. Ideally these would like to be a little bit shorter, but we can use very fine adjustments to the rubbers just with the bridle and a basic knot. They are tie-in rubbers, as you can see on the muzzle. There's no line or any way to clip in. They have to be tied in with a very simple knot, which you can look up online. We have Neptunics handle and guides up the front. Very simple, very reliable, very strong, robust setup, which ties in with the whole rest of the gun and what I'm going for. We have a New Zealand made mech from Duncan Henderson down at Speargun Engineering. Same stainless reverse mech setups that I've been running for a little while. Solid performing, nice looking, and all round very strong and reliable mech. And lastly, in this 110 stock, this once again is the most popular setup I've been selling to date, overwhelmingly popular. The 110 with the 7.5mm shaft and the 16mm rubbers has been super popular, for good reason. It is what I believe is the best setup for, in particular, New Zealand conditions. Most of the conditions we face, still very compact in the sense that very easy to move around, not too long, but packing a lot of punch with the setup and how I sort of like to set these up. Which on that note, of course, I have made a little timber change through to just the performance and the overall availability. I was running full Matai stocked guns for the last year or so. Now I've moved to a Matai Saligna setup. Saligna is a gum tree. It couples very nicely, I think, with the Matai. It makes for a nice contrast in colours. Saligna is very hard, and it's also probably a little bit dense and a little bit too heavy all on its own for a spear gun. What this means is for incredibly robust and durable stock, it's probably added a little bit to the stiffness of the stock, but of course coupled with the composite sides that the customer here has chosen with the black and clear, it looks fantastic. I think with the color choice and how the contrasting timbers in this, I think this is probably one of the best looking, if not the best looking guns I've made. So there we have it, just a quick look. As you've seen, we've got New Zealand timbers, we've got a New Zealand mech, we've got American handles, guides, we've got full Dyneema tied rubbers, and we've got a shaft from Italy as well as a reel from Italy. A great mixture of parts. Once again, solid performing, durable, compact, powerful setup, and very simple. That is what I'm going for with these gun builds, and exceptionally well performing. A gun like this will run you 790 NZ plus 170 bucks with line to set the reel up on that, so that's 960 NZ dollars, basically what you see here. I myself think, and I'm probably biased considering I make them and use them, but I think this is one of, if not the best setup you can get for New Zealand waters for the most part. Of course you're going to be running a bigger gun. There are roller setups which I am looking at. The options are endless really, but this right here is the setup. And to wrap up the video, feel free to click on the OXS Spearfishing playlist that's popping up on screen right now. Have a huge number of videos on there, from vlogs to gun builds, fins, pretty much you name it, it's on there. Feel free to get along to oxsenterprises.com to shop merch like this here beanie that I'm wearing right now. As we come out of the winter months here in the colder time of year, we're going to be moving into spring. I'm going to be featuring a lot more gun builds, fin builds, things like that. I would like to document various other things when it comes to making your own spearfishing products, so if you have any ideas, feel free to drop them down below. That is it. This gun is going to be dropped off to the client and he's going to be very happy shooting fish with it. I'm Sam Price, so I'll see you at the beach.